Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people, including myself. I deserve that one. I earned that one. So today I'm going to talk to you about something very important that spoke to me yesterday. And this is actually take 2 of the first video because the devil is a liar. I was on a whole mission and vision, speaking some powerful stuff, and the video cut off. And then I went back to look for it to continue it. Nowhere to be found. I know, right? But needless to say, what I have to tell you, I think is very important. I feel like a few of my folks out there that are in my circle are gonna really appreciate what I have to say this morning. I've been praying about this, meditating on it, giving it a lot of deep thought and consideration. And after sleeping on it, I still feel very compelled to share what I learned yesterday or what impacted me yesterday. So I've been in interaction with one of my fellow coworkers, a band brother, who I think I was meant to cross paths with. Things have stood in the way of me and him interacting, whether it was the people that we were surrounded by or just the context in which we were interacting. But, when things are meant to be and God is placing people in your life, He places them, and He doesn't ask permission, and He doesn't ask if you want to or not. So, hey, I'll take it. So me and him were talking yesterday. We were talking about, business and really stuff that we're going to partner on. And we're talking about relationships, right? And how relationships are important, but also self-development, professional self-development, personal self-development, and going on that journey, how that journey can be difficult, right? And he said something to me that was worth sharing. And it impacted me in such a way that I stood there in awe of what I was hearing because it resonated with my soul. And a lot of us don't know how to identify. Yes, a lot of us do not know how to identify when things are speaking to us. One, maybe we don't have the mentoring around it. The other one, we might not have the experience, or we're just not at the energy level where we're in tune at that rate. But needless to say, that's something you can always work on, right? And when he said this to me, it had a vibration and it had energy, and it spoke to me. And it spoke to me because, for one, it was true. There was no way of saying if, buts, or whens, or whys, nothing. It was just true, and it stood on its own, and it was bold. But most importantly, it was fearless. And when things are fearless, they are powerful beyond my imagination, beyond the imagination and scope of this world. When things are fearless, nothing can stand in the way. And yes, I'm going to say that one more time because that resonated with my soul. Nothing can stand in your way when you are fearless. So what fear does is it paralyzes us, and it tugs or keys in on the things that are numbing and the things that are deep in our hearts, rooted from either experiences or events that have happened in our life that have caused that paralyzing and numbing fear. And that fear is crippling. It's like a cripple. It's like you cannot do or function in the same capacity that you would be otherwise. Because fear is powerful and fear is real. Half of the people out here, half of this world is really not reaching their full potential, not really tapping into that energy, not really tapping into that power, because of fear, because of the fear of failure, because of the fear of maybe I'm not good enough, whatever your fear is. And he said this, okay, ready? He said, Sometimes you should just jump in, both feet in. I'll say it again. Sometimes you should just jump in, both feet in. So what does that mean? What does jumping into a situation, out of a situation, into an opportunity, into a new environment, what does it mean to jump in, both feet in? And I was thinking about that, and I was like, I told him, I'm gonna make a video about this because it's powerful and because people need to hear this. Because if I needed to hear it, I am a firm believer that somebody else also needs to hear it. I'm parking. So that's what he shared with me. So I went home and I meditated on it, and I did some more meditation on it. And when I was done meditating, and this morning I meditated a little bit more about it, because I wanted to give you something that was a true reflection of what the energy of the world and what, if you're a religious person, what God wanted me to tell you. And it was just my projections. So I sat there, contemplated, meditated, and I arrived to this conclusion. Jumping in or out of a situation, opportunity, life circumstance, event, whatever you want in life, both feet in. So picture that. You're jumping into something, both feet in. That means there's no buffer. That means you're not one leg in, one leg out for safety. That means you can't retract. Once you're in midair, you're in midair, and you better trust and believe that you're going to land. Right? Trust and believe you're going to land. And if you don't, brace yourself for the impact, because you're going to feel it. And I felt like there was such beauty in that. Whether you land or not, there was such beauty in knowing that you have to really be fearless and trust in yourself. Be fearless and trust in yourself that you are more than capable of jumping and being successful and landing on your feet. The chances of that happening are 50-50. But I think it's worth the risk. I think that 50-50 chance is worth the risk. Because other than that, you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out, dancing on the dance that we do with life and opportunities, and you're not risking anything, but you're not winning anything. And if you are winning something, it's not to the magnitude that you could be winning. So I thought about it, and I was like, wow, you're giving me money right now, because at that point in time when he said that, I understood that it was powerful. I just didn't understand how powerful it actually was. And I'm inviting you to jump both feet in. Take risks. Look for opportunities. When the opportunities present themselves and they speak and resonate with your soul and your energy and where you are in life, take them. Take them. Because the likelihood of that opportunity coming back around is slim. And I don't want anybody, especially myself, to then be looking at life like, oh man, I could have, should have taken that opportunity. And if I could have and would have, I would be whatever. You can finish the sentence. I don't want to live my life like that. And I am going to jump in, both feet in. And I've been doing that. I jumped into a relationship, both feet in. Not because I'm like, oh my God, I want to be in a relationship. Oh, I want to have a significant other. Not because of that. No, a lot of people think that that's why women jump into relationships. And a lot of us do. A lot of us do. And I said us because I've been in that situation before. But I did a lot of meditation and a lot of prayer before, opening myself to that commitment of being in a relationship. And it has been numbing. It has been fear. It has been overwhelming. It has been beautiful. Yes, it has been beautiful because I'm in this relationship and it's scary because I'm like, oh my goodness, this is serious. Things are moving fast. Things feel good. I'm in alignment. When you're with the right person, even if it's just for that season, even if it's just for that season, when you're with the right person, you take so much from life. You learn so much from that person. And even if it's just for a season, hey, I'm going to live that experience. I'm going to embrace that experience. And I'm going to jump in both feet in because it's worth the risk. And, I was meditating on that and I was like, wow, and there has been times where I have felt that fear come to surface and numb me and paralyze me because I'm like, what if things don't work out? What if this? And what if that? And I have thought about like, man, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And I started questioning myself. But when I start questioning myself, I feel more disbalanced than with the actual fact of being in that situation. So sometimes we just have to jump both feet in and trust that the energy of the universe and trust that your soul knows what it's doing. Even if you don't understand it at that point in time, I'm a firm believer that people and situations come into your life for a reason. They're meant to shape you. They're meant to mold you. And even if they hurt, even if they're a little painful, even if they don't turn out the way you want them to, you're still walking away with something. And if you can see the lesson in the situation, then you can receive the blessing of the situation. Yes, if you can see the lesson of a situation, you can receive the blessing of the situation as well. So with that, I want to invite you, maybe not jump into a relationship, maybe not jump into, a new lifestyle, maybe not jump into something that, if that doesn't speak to you, but jump into the next situation that comes your way. Give it some thought, give it some prayer, give it some meditation. And if it resonates with your soul, jump into it both feet in and see what you take away. See what you take away, because other than that, you're just living life lukewarm. You are living life lukewarm. You're not being cold and you're not being hot. You're just in the damn middle, waiting for something to happen to nudge you to the other side. But you're not making a conscious decision. You're letting life and its factors nudge you and push you. And if you allow life and situations to push you, you are not in control. You are not in control of how you react or act towards that situation, because we cannot control life, but we can sure as hell control how we react and act towards situations. So with that being said, I'm inviting you to jump both feet in. I'm inviting you to embrace that jump, and I am inviting you to place it into the energy of the world and trust that you will land with both feet and standing. And if you can take that, and if you can receive that, then, I did my little service to the universe. And the only reason why I'm sharing this is because I'm sure there's somebody out there that would love to hear this. And I'm sure there's somebody out there that is going to resonate with you. And if it resonates to you, and you want to have a deeper conversation about what I'm talking about, because this is only like brief, I'm trying to make it really brief, contact me. Let's talk about this. Let's go for coffee. I'm right now in an area of development. I'm in an area of empowerment. I have a lot of goals and plans that I want to accomplish. And I have been tapping into this beautiful energy that has placed me in alignment with a lot of beautiful people. And a lot of beautiful things are coming my way and are in my current life right now. And I want to invite you to do the same. And if I can pour into you in any way, and if I can shape you in any way, and maybe give you a little bit of insight or share the insight that I have, I would love to do that. because I would appreciate if some of you wise, beautiful people that are in my network will pour into me in that way too. And I'm also inviting you. If you feel like I've spoken something that resonates to you, or something that you've faced in the past, and you feel compelled to reach out to me and pour a little bit more insight into what I'm talking about, I also want to invite you to do that as well. Reach out to me. Let's have some coffee. Let's have a conversation. I want to learn from you too. I believe that we're in the business of developing each other and developing ourselves. And yeah, with that, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, my beautiful people. May this day be full of blessings. May this day be in alignment with your spirit and your soul. May you continue to walk this walk called life, and do it in empowerment, and do it from a place of sincerity, and do it from a place that speaks to you. And with that, have a blessed day. Besos. Tengan un buen día. Caminen con Dios. Sean poderosos. Y continúen siendo la gente tan bella que ustedes son. Y bendiciones.